12 and 13-year-olds. Introducing first, out the red corner, he's wearing the gold and black trunks. He is a silver gloves champion, Eastern Regional champion, and Golden Gloves champion, ranked number 4 in the world. From H.O.B.O Boxing in Baltimore, Maryland, this is Brian Goodwin. His opponent, by the blue corner, he's wearing the solid black trunks. He is a Golden Glove champion and East Coast champion from Newark, New Jersey, Mr. Dion Richardson.
Back here at the Platinum Gloves, I'm Gary Digital William alongside the Fight Dr. Jerome Spears, and joining us, someone who knows a whole lot about amateur competition. He's been to the highest level amateur competition, winning a bronze medal in the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney, and he's going on now to what has so far been a very successful professional career. Talking about the DC native known as Untouchable, Clarence Benson. And Clarence, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Does this kind of take you back a little bit looking at these amateur?
Definitely. You know, just seeing people wearing the headgears again, going 2-minute rounds. It brings back a lot of memories.
Take a look at Brian Goodwin out of Baltimore, Maryland. He's in the gold trunks with the black trim, and Dion Richardson out of Newark, New Jersey in the black trunks. And again, coming from great credentials such as you have, not that they want to be where you have been as far as the amateur competition. What would you say to some of these guys who are going? What kind of advice would you give to them as someone who has been there?
Well, just to stay focused and keep your head up and put God first. Through God, you know, all things are possible. You know, doing whatever you do in life, you must have faith. You know, without faith, you can't make it. You know, just no matter how hard it seems, you know, just keep faith and keep striving for the best, and you'll turn out on top.
Clarence, you really took your game to another level when you came back to Washington in your pro debut back here in the area. Did you feel you were at basically a higher, if it's possible to even be at a higher level than you've been up to this point, did you feel you were at an even higher level coming back home in your last fight?
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, all my fights have been tough fights, even my last fight. I knew I had to step it up because this guy right here, he was 2-0 as well as me, but he had all knockouts, so he didn't know the feeling of losing, so he didn't want to lose. He came here wanting to win. He wanted to beat me in my own backyard, and he also called up here maybe a week before the fight saying that he'll knock me out in the second round, so you know, I got him out of there in the second round.
Yes, you did. Great performance right here in this very building, the Washington Convention Center. Clarence Untouchable Benson putting on a tremendous show for the hometown crowd. And that is the voice of Clarence Untouchable Benson joining us here at ringside for the Platinum Gloves Invitational. And are you impressed so far what you have seen, Clarence, and some of the technique of these young guys?
Oh, definitely. It seems like all of them is really utilizing their jab. As you see right there, you know, they're doubling up on a jab. They're not throwing single shots. You can easily get countered by throwing one jab. They're throwing 2 and 3 jabs, so you can see that they're very experienced.
Of course, Brian Goodwin coming out of the H.O.B.O gym up in Baltimore, and that's run by Matt Wolf McDowell, a guy I used to train with back in the amateurs, going back many years myself. So it's amazing how to see the guys give back, the guys to move on to different levels, but at some point they work their way back around and come back to the sport to bring up the next generation, and that's really what it's all about. And
Dion Richardson out of Newark, New Jersey, also performing well. Both guys coming from great Golden Glove backgrounds, so forth. Now, as we tape this, Clarence, I've read. Now I'm going to finalize with you. You were part of that Night of the Olympians coming up in Little Rock, Arkansas. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. It's Saturday on the 11th on H.O.B.O. So tune in and you see Untouchable again.
Of course, also on that card, some of the other great Olympians, Jermaine Taylor, Michael Bennett, in that rematch of the bout that took place here in Washington against Wes Taylor, and Michael Bennett trying to get back a victory over Wes Taylor in that situation.
Yeah, he's focused. I talked to him yesterday, and he said he's looking forward to the bout, and you know, it's going to be a sight to see.
No question about it. And you look at the bantamweight division. As we taped this, we had a big bout in the bantamweight division between Paulie Ayala and Clarence Bones Adams. A tough win for Paulie Ayala, a tough loss for Clarence Bones Adams. Your thoughts on that?
It was a competitive fight, but me personally, I thought Bones Adams won the bout. But hey, you know,
those things happen, right?
Those things happen in the sport of boxing, and that's what I meant earlier when I said, you know, no matter what happens, you know, you got to keep your head up, especially at this stage in your life, because a lot of kids, you know, they might get discouraged and they might decide to give it up, and they don't need to give it up because, you know, I mean, if you're good in something, then you might as well, you know, strive for greatness.
Take it all the way.
Both guys wing level. Look at the jab of Dion Richardson and Goodwin coming back in the gold trunks, coming back strong as far as the looping punches. They're both landing very well.
It seems that the strategy they're using, Richardson being the aggressor in terms of coming forward, but Goodwin's being very effective in his counter punching. So I'm sure both guys are having an effect on the judges. And Gary, once again, this one might be a tough one for these judges to have to score as well. They've had a tough time here tonight.
And that concludes this bout, a tremendous bout between both guys. Of course, another popular boxer in this area is that lady sitting right there. That's the IBF and the IBF Junior Lightweight Champion, the WIBF Lightweight Champion, and the UBA Lightweight Champion, the Raging Beauty, Isra Gergra. Sitting next to her, just turned his head, is the newly crowned WBO Junior Welterweight Champion. That's DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley, and one day we're expecting to get a title next to your name as well, Clarence Benson.
Oh, it'll be there. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, we already got that.
So we got a lot of great dignitaries, of course, yourself being here, and again, this is something very special to have guys such as yourself, Clarence Benson, being here ringside with us here for this outstanding event.
Yeah, I'm thankful to be here, you know. I like to come out and support the younger kids, you know, coming up.
Everybody?
They got a great future ahead of them.
All right.
And it looks like a lot of great things are being taught in gyms now in this area, of course, around the country. And you went, where were you when you were training? You were not in this area per se as far as an amateur. You were where?
So hang tight.
Well, I was in Marquette, Michigan.
Marquette, Michigan, right.
Going to school
right.
and training there as well.
So it's incredible to see just great teaching going on in this boxing game. Take a look at Orlando Rolón, who was a guy who came in runner-up in his bout against DeAndre Davis early on, put on a great performance. He's standing right in front of Chop Chop Corley, WBO champion, and Isra Gergra. Isra alongside her fiance Marty. And just a tremendous group of people that are here tonight. We've heard Too Sweet Daryl Coley is in attendance, also Hasim the Rock Rockman. And also is saying that partial proceeds for this event are going to a guy that you, of course, are very familiar with, as we all were here in the Washington area, going to the trust fund for B. Scotland.
Yeah.
And just a tremendous loss for all of us here in this area. And we definitely want his memory to continue. As we go to the decision, we go to ring announcer, the one and only Disco Bob Lady Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner in the 90-pound division for the 12 and 13-year-olds comes out of the blue corner, Dion Richardson.
So Dion Richardson out of Newark, New Jersey wins this bout.
Goodwin.
And he gets the belt, and the medal goes to Mr. Brian Goodwin out of Baltimore. And Clarence Untouchable Vincent, we thank you very much for joining us tonight, and look forward to you, and the best of luck coming up on August 11th.
Thank you.
All right. Clarence Untouchable Vincent joining us here at ringside. We have more from the Washington Convention Center and the Platinum Gloves Invitational in just a moment. Stay with us.
Okay, we're here with Dion Richardson, the 90-pound champion. That has a good ring to it, doesn't it?
Yes.
In terms of this fight, was it a good, hard, tough fight for you?
It wasn't that tough, but it was tough.
Okay. What sorts of things got you into the sport of boxing?
My father, standing off the streets.
Okay. And now, what are you going to do with that belt when you get home?
So my mother.
Okay. Well, you keep on in your winning ways here.
Okay.
All right, continued success to you. That's Dion Richardson here, folks. Now back to ringside.